Hello, Fabulous Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2017, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Feels really good to be back on YouTube for the monthly horoscopes. Thank you so much for being here with me. What a month it is. And really, the key energy this month is Venus retrograde season in full effect. We are going to have at the very start of the month, right out of the gate, Venus slowing down to a standstill, and in the first few days going retro. Venus will go retro in a part of the sky for you that has to do with your neighborhood, being out and about, right place at the right time with the right person. And it is with this very spontaneous energy that some of the most important heartfelt connections can be made. Or if anything, it's likely that you're just going to start feeling like you want to spend more time with your neighbors, hang out a little bit more, get to know them better. Some may have some romantic connections there as well. It is possible. Now, here's the thing to remember with Venus retrograde season, and that is when Venus goes direct, things are different. Now, sometimes they're different and it's okay. It's no big deal. Sometimes they're different and it's better. With this Venus retrograde season, it is very possible that you may strike up something more with someone who lives not too far from you at all. Maybe somebody that you run into from time to time already or has seen you around your neighborhood already. That is possible. But there are a couple of things to be mindful of with this energy. And this is especially true if you are in an established bond or you feel like you're getting to that place where you're knowing somebody. And I think about the power of words and how it is that words can be said in ways that can be tremendously healing, tremendously encouraging, and how words can sometimes be said in a way that, as innocent as they may be, can actually reach other parts of us, more vulnerable parts of us, more hurt parts of us. So where is it that it's your responsibility to be mindful of how your words could be interpreted? And where is it that you've got to kind of surrender and know that your intention is good? And after that, it really is about other people and their projections. This is going to be part of the sacred learning for you this month. And this is especially true with people you love. Whether it is you love them platonically, like your siblings and your cousins, or there's some romantic potential, or these are people that you do deeply love as in a committed relationship. It really is understanding the power of communication, the power of how it is that you communicate that determines the type of relationship and what energy you're nurturing between the two of you, and at the same time, knowing when it is to turn it over. Knowing when it is to not take on their stuff and not take on their perceptions and instead let other people have whatever it is that they're choosing to see and choosing to interpret. What I find really intriguing about this having Venus retrograde here is there's also something to be said for speaking to yourself with loving words, with affirming words, having that level of being able to speak with yourself with words of beauty and affirmation. It could be in conversation with another person that you realize you need to be more vigilant with yourself in how you are communicating to you and ensuring that you're communicating with yourself the way that you would want someone else to talk to you as well. I also see this part of the sky as having to do with a love of learning. This is a good time for you to be reading books that have to do with love, with relationships, but also with things like beauty, enjoying life, having fun. If you are so inspired, if you like throwing parties, this is a good time for you to be learning how to do that better, whether it is putting together different trays of food and doing that a certain way, or however it is that people do these things. I don't cook, so I can't say. But if you like that kind of thing, this is a good time to learn more about all those types of things that have to do with really enjoying life and enjoying love. What I also really like about Venus retrograde is it allows us to heal the past. Whether it is the past revisiting us, showing up out of nowhere, Venus retrograde is infamous for past lovers crossing our path, whether it is that or whether it is your understanding of what was. Venus retrograde can be an amazing time to heal the past and ultimately to really put it behind you. And that putting it behind you part is actually going to start before the month is over, but will only accelerate once we get into next month. And of course, I'll be here to talk about it then. But at the end of the month, we have a new moon happening hand in hand with Venus. And this new moon speaks very powerfully to a sense of a new perspective on what was, a new understanding on the past, and having that sense of really a mind level clarity that connects to heart as well. It can be an incredibly powerful experience that you are set to have, particularly as we move towards the end of the month. I would be very mindful with online dating for you. Connecting with people online, you may just end up connecting with somebody that you already connected with or somebody that you knew way back when. Now, that may not be obvious until you are actually meeting them. So just keep that in mind. In the middle of the month, we have a full moon taking place. This full moon is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with what we like to call other people's money. So this is like grants, loans, bursaries, insurance payments, tax returns, benefits you may qualify for. Now, what I do love about this energy is that Pluto is speaking in supreme harmony with this full moon. So this to me is incredible. It says something about your ability to be clear, to be strong, to feel powerful. It says something about your understanding of just how strong you can be, but also it's just really good for having things go your way, particularly where it comes to dealing with institutions like financial institutions and banks and things like that, scholarships. If you're trying to apply for that and you have to have a meeting or an interview, they can go exceptionally well. The only thing is that with this particular full moon, Mercury is standing across it. We've got Saturn speaking to this full moon as well. So just be prepared. There may be some tough questions that you have to answer. There may be some real need for you to consider what you are going to say and how you are going to approach it. There may even be just a difficult conversation that needs to be had around these matters. And sometimes those difficult conversations can actually challenge us to bring forward our very best, which is part of how this energy can manifest. It can be challenging and it can feel a little bit difficult, and yet there is prosperity to be had. It's almost as if I'm seeing an element there that is karmic in your pursuit towards greater wealth. It is important also to consider, though, how are you going to define wealth and what are you going to do to put into place things that allow you to experience greater wealth as well. I'm incredibly encouraged as I look at this energy because I feel with this that there's a sense of understanding more clearly for you what really matters and what is it in your life that actually makes you wealthy. And it's not always about the numbers in your bank account. A lot of times what actually makes you wealthy and understanding prosperity is understanding what's happening with you on a level of emotion, of spirit, understanding what's happening on a level of your relationships as well. I'm incredibly encouraged by this because I do think that there's going to be an important realization for you that in the fullness of time will absolutely be a key factor and a key piece in moving you towards greater wealth in every area of life at that. What I love about this month for you is that understanding of how much of love is communication, how much of love is actually saying it, and saying it not just with 3 simple words, but saying it in so many different ways, letting it be known what's actually going on with you in your heart, and being able to articulate it is one powerful way to find a deepening connection with the people around you. And whether those people are members of your family, whether those people are that person that you love so much in a committed relationship, it really is the mind that accelerates the connection now. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for it. If you would like a video every single week, just like this, imagine getting a video just like this, filled with inspiration and hope and love and wisdom every single week. Log on to astrofabulous.com and become one of my Astrofabulous superstars. I'm so very grateful to my very first superstars, growing this community there together, and of course having instant access to expanded horoscopes each and every week for your sign and for every sign for that matter. So log on to astrofabulous.com and join now, or of course nadiyashah.com as well. Thank you so much for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.